Well, Austin, put some snap.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Mexico.
Yo, it's Tamper.
It's the Windy 101.
Oh!
Welcome back again for another fantastic episode that we's about to bring you guys with some dope shit, because we some dope shit niggas, and we know some dope ass people.
Right, you about to get some smart ass answers to some smart ass questions from some dope ass people, motherfucker.
And it's we hope you enjoy this special episode with this special person, this beautiful person that's y'all about to see.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Tamper.
Yo, it's your boy Poncho. I'm here. Welcome to the Windy 101. Woo! We're here with this special lady, talented lady out here.
What up?
What's your name is, girl?
You don't know?
You don't know? Here.
I go by Stef. I'm an art teacher and muralist, but there's like somebody doing these hot fucking one-liners around town that I try to emulate.
Yeah.
I try to emulate them sometimes.
That person is crazy.
Yeah, right?
Nuts.
They need to get up more though.
Tell us more about Steph. How much more she need to get up?
Well, you know.
Or he, it's these days, them.
Do you know Steph's story? Like how Steph started?
Oh,
Can you share
yeah.
that with us?
So Stef, I think from what I understand, was making flyers for hip hop events as a youngin'. And back in the day, in the 90s, there was like a crew called the Hash Crew. And for some reason, like, we had this friend in common, Blackfist, who through events, you know Blackfist?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I've heard the name a couple times, but you know.
Yeah, Blackfist is he was DJ, and so I made like flyers. They were super cheesy flyers, like for like a Halloween hip hop jam. It'd be like booyah, and have like a ghost with like a mic, like really cool.
That sells though.
Yeah, like little flyers, and then I think like Fred got one, and I tried to draw a turntable or something on it, so he like used the whole like the insult Mac, which is like, oh, look at this turntable right here. Like, what does that button do? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, well, you might want to look at a turntable before you draw it.
Come on.
Then I was like, and so anyway, so we started painting. He took me out painting, and then like once the adrenaline hit with the smell of the paint, then that was it. That was, you know.
That's what got you.
It's like because it's like art and a sport.
Oh snap!
You know? So I was like sporty girl that really liked art, and so like the whole like thing. But before that, what brought me to that, because I got into this, I'd always been a little artsy fartsy chick, but what got me into this was hip hop. I got in through hip hop. A lot of people don't get into their element through hip hop. They, you know, anyway, everyone comes here together somehow, some way. But my path was through the music, because as far as like hip hop being my religion, you know, I got baptized through Public Enemy, and that's what made me just want to be like into hip hop and graph, and like that's what like brought me. So I'm like a really old school New Jack. So yeah.
That's how you put it?
Like Public Enemy.
Okay.
Public Enemy's like, we were the kids, we were the New Jacks, you know?
To me that was like, oh, they're snapping, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like for the time, 1988, that was like some New Jack shit.
Damn.
Like, pretty much, you know, like yeah, I heard Run DMC.
Right.
But it wasn't until like Public Enemy that I was like, ooh. You know, like
he said, what about who? Ooh.
Yeah, you know, I just really like the whole like the vibe. Like I really love the trumpets, you know, like
that funky shit.
Like all that shit. It was like, I don't know, 88. After you can't hear Public Enemy and just not be called.
Dope.
So
where did it all start for you?
So then I think I did my first little fill-in on the Metro tracks, where it's like now it's gonna be some fancy hotel down there, and it was like that's where you used to like dump the body and shit. You know, but back then.
Allegedly.
Well, you know, So then like now, but that's where I did my first fill, and then I had like a toy name that I wrote for a while, which I really liked, but I just didn't like my tag of it. And all it was Stef G shortened to EFG, which I don't know why I thought it was so significant. So I used to write EFG, and I did these like little fill-ins with no outline, like little tattoos of EFG around town. And I tagged for a while, but I just really never liked my tag. And then by then I was painting with the Hash Crew. I was down with the Hash Crew, and they're all these little, you know, artists that write their own fucking names. So Thor, Fred, Joey, and I was like, I'll write stuff, you know. So
the days of the writing your actual name. Did you almost put a number on there?
yeah, Stef 1.
Ooh.
Of course I put my
One and
number.
only.
Yeah, Stef 1. So
Sing, she got me.
yeah.
Fuck.
So then, yeah, just kept painting. I never really stopped, but I was a young mother. So like, I really like doing art and traveling. Like everyone should travel, invest in yourself, invest in your soul. Know that you are a natural habitat of the whole planet.
Yeah, you'll leave home and come
see
back.
everything that this planet has to offer, if you can. Mostly
Right.
the good stuff.
If not, get deported. Go check it out. Come back.
Go check it out. You're deported, like, I can't take
A
it.
lot of people don't really want to come here. I don't know, like you can't believe anything on the news. I'm sure, like, yeah, you know, you can't. You're getting like warped perceptions of what like you're supposed to think about other places, or you know what I mean? Like, cause anyway.
I mean, even in Chicago alone, do you ever notice that the newspaper's different from what side of Madison you're on? It's true.
The same paper?
Same paper came out the same day from the Tribune or the Sun-Times,
see?
but it's different on the south side than it is on the north side.
What in the
I believe that.
haberdashery?
It's fucked up, right? We're in the same
It's like,
damn city.
was it like moo and oink ads? Like,
There's moo and oink ads down there. There's none up here. However, you find where, you know where all the Walgreens and Cermax are?
Yeah.
You know all the Cermax up here and Tony's. But down there, moo and oink. And Lincoln Towing
It should
ads.
be like,
The fuck?
Well, let's see.
I'm gonna do an ad.
You're gonna do an ad?
Yeah, for like veggie shit and be like, broccoli and avocado.
Fuck it.
Not broccoli, no.
I was like, broccoli's man.
Kale and avocado.
Kale and avocado.
Oh, kale and avocado. No?
I mean, it could work.
Well, you know.
I'm with you.
I'm an ambassador of health, see?
I'll be in a commercial.
I mean, I'll stand around, I guess.
Actually, if you
You're gonna be
drink
the president of
stuff like this or live in this world, you should
Also consume
hydrate.
enough water.
But the best water to hydrate right now is Crystal Geyser. Because it has minerals in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can just, if you just distill some water and put a couple like rocks of Himalayan salt in there, you're good too.
What about the fluoride though? You gotta get the fluoride out.
Yeah, that's why you boil it, you distill it.
Well, okay. But I think spring water is better, but who knows what kind of water is in it unless you really.
Does it cook ramen?
But guess what? All of our art, no, we don't know. Well, yeah, of course water cooks ramen. Of course water cooks ramen.
She went that way, stopped it, curved back to water. So, what keeps you inspired to keep doing the type of things you do right now?
Well, right now my children are grown and I'm reliving my passions in life that were not quite put on hold. They probably should have been put on hold more than they were, but while raising children. But I definitely wasn't as prolific as I wanted to be, although I never really ever quit being creative around town. I you know, there was times where I really couldn't get up for a while. I had 2 small children, so like there was like I would say a 5-year period where I just had like cutty tags maybe, you know, and so that was kind
You
of.
stay consistent, right? Like, throughout. I mean, you still busted tags, but you still.
Explain cutty tags for some of the people.
Oh, cutty tags are tags that aren't in like the pimp spots, like where everyone can see them and they may get buffed or whatever, the hot spots. They are like in the corners and under stuff and like stuff where it's just gonna ride forever and someone will see it. And usually those people that see it are other writers. So it's like it's like writing for writers kind
Pimp
of thing.
spots. I call them pimp spots. Cutty spots are like pimp spots, like.
You think those are pimp spots?
Yeah, like little.
Pimp spots to me are like blam on the counter, or like, pimp spots are like billboards.
I call them pimp spots because they won't. You like you said, the little cutty spots. You can't.
Okay.
They won't get buffed. They're just there. They're just pimping. They're gonna be pimping.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
call them pimp
We all still pimping.
Pimpin' is pimpin'.
Pimp-a-limpin'.
Tell us about moving around. Have you've been doing shit outside of Chicago? It didn't just start here. Or did it?
No. Well, I did, like as a younger person, a young kid, a high school kid, I got to go to New York for the summer for like this summer school, art school thing. So I got like a little scholarship to go there because I was into art and letters and like I always emulated graph without really knowing what I was doing. Like, you know, like bubble letters and shit, even like as a really young kid, because all of that was around. And anyway, so that's when I really got turned into everything about it. Like everything about graph made sense as far as fame and style. And then I really wanted to produce music. You know, which I plan to get back into music.
There you go.
Because I really like making beats. And I'm melody driven, so I like making melody driven beats.
You know Mexico raps, right?
Word.
I
Well-
wrap a good box every Christmas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's tight. Well, so yeah. So what were we talking about? Traveling. Okay, so yeah, so I got to do that. And then also, my father was in the military, so I moved a lot as a child. So I was already like wound up to be like, what's over there? What's over there? And, you know, that like, it's good. I think it's good. It's pretty good for kids to live in different places as when they're growing up, as long as it's not too much.
Right.
I think like military kids maybe overload it. Like it's like you move a little too much, where you're kind of like.
How often was that for you?
Well, a lot as a little one. Like I think like every year or two, every year and a half.
Damn.
We moved, and then
That's crazy.
I settled somewhere from like 3rd grade to middle of high school, and then that's when I got to go to the art schooly thing.
Right.
You know.
So then you have to be like, I'm out.
And then I was like, hell yeah. So then I had an early departure. Anyway, yeah, I'm a class of '89 from.
There you go. Come on.
Yep, in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yo, y'all don't even understand. Her mind is moving all over the fucking world right now. It's
Okay.
funny.
So anyway, so then like I'm in Chicago in '90. I get down with the Hash Crew, and we like they had just had their loft raided. I remember watching them get arrested one night because the Hash Crew, this dope kid. I can't think of his name.
You're digging.
Yeah. No, I can't think of his name right now.
Did he help?
Anyway, he was a Hash Crew cab driver, and I delivered shrubbery around the city. So I paid him with shrubbery and delivered a lot of shrubbery, and so one of the shrubbery delivery spots was the Hash Crew Loft. And I watched them get raided, and I was like, oh, that's really fucked up. And then, so anyway, painting with them, was really cool. We did the CTA competitions. I know I've like totally scrambled off of traveling, but I used to go to New York a lot. Fred's from the Bronx, so I used to go to New York in the 90s a lot. Definitely, I feel like as far as like styles that I studied East Coast style, New York style a lot. The writers that influenced me right off the bat in Chicago were Pango and Prove, Kep, Drastic, you know, and like definitely Hash Crew, X-Men, J4F, everybody, CM Dub, everybody, fucking UX, everybody.
Chicago.
Shit, the names you brought up in the beginning
It
are
was
like
a really
great,
good
like,
time. Like that, I feel like when I started writing here, it was like a beautiful golden time to write in Chicago. Even though in the 80s there was a lot of writers that put in a lot of work, I felt like they were able to like have enough of legacy and a fan base to enjoy themselves and keep writing and be in a point of leadership. So it was really fun to like hang out with like all of my mentors, and anyway, that's in the city at the time.
So with all those mentors you had, where did you get your style? Like who influenced you the most?
Oh,
As far as like letter structure and you know, details.
off the bat, most of my whose fault it is that I do what I do.
It's your fault.
It's Fred One's fault. Most important, he's like my father of my style. He gave me outlines. You know, yeah, Fred.
Good, Fred.
Fred One's. So
Thank you.
he's still doing like what do you call it? The TME recording studio up there in the Bronx, and you guys should go by. He has a radio show there called Gorilla Grooves Radio, and they have like a little party radio thing on Tuesday nights, and they always have fresh guests. So if you rhyme, you should go freestyle on his show, because it's like it's basically like it's basically in the same spirit as like, but their own flavor of like Stretch and Bobbito, but like now in the Bronx, and like facing all the shit that's going on in the Bronx now.
That's still dope.
Shout out to the Obies of the Bronx. If you see this.
Yes,
But when it comes to traveling, you can't just go to the East Coast too. You gotta travel, because the West Coast is full of lovely, dreamy, beautiful
it's like a whole
relatives and family. You know, like you start to understand like the ground you're standing on when you go to the West Coast too. It's like so blessed and beautiful and sunny and gorgeous. And
any shout outs you want to give out to the people on the West Side? Anybody you know? Anybody you fuck with?
West Coast, yeah, Rifa up in Oakland, gigs up. Where I went first, mostly in the 90s to paint, was the Bay Area.
Bay.
What was the crew that I kicked it with? FSC, Focused Spontaneous Combustion. Yeah, up in El Cerrito, and they were good homies. But before that, what I have to say, let's reel it back. In Chicago, like my influencers here, I mentioned. So at the time, there were lady writers. There were a lot of lady writers in the city that had popped up, and then they just didn't keep it up. It didn't really make much sense. Times were hard. It wasn't time just to be writing your name unless it made sense to you. So a lot of writing for ladies, I don't think made much sense. But see, I have 4 brothers, so like wanting to do what my brothers do and wanting to do it and not watch it was always something I had. Like I never wanted to watch guys do anything. I wanted to do it too. Like if they were playing football, I want to play football. If they skate, I want to skate. You know, like if whatever the fuck, you know.
It's
so
happening. I'm trying to be happening.
Writing was definitely male dominated, but at the time there were some ladies in the city, and when I became a young mother, I realized that I had almost all male friends because I was always like the kid sister, you know, kind of thing. So I really started to become a mom. You like really like understand your feminine power.
I'm sorry.
You know? Is it over?
No.
It's just
No. Oh, so through that,
Fumbles.
I wanted to have more female friends. So I really sought the women that I knew that were getting up, and then just was vibing with any women that were kind of down with graph or hip hop, of course. The first woman in the city to make me want to do what I do and just do it and just like be there repping was Ange 13.
Hey.
And I saw her at Lower Links get on the mic freestyling. There was a couple other, I think there was like a Poison and a Peaches back in the day. DJ Rapture spun. Oh, I remember. This is a big shout out to Felix. He was the Hash Crew cab driver. I just remembered your name, Felix. I am so sorry. I hope you're doing well in Nigeria. I hope nothing has happened to you.
God bless.
Wherever you are on this planet, I hope you're like, you know, blessed with your family, and you should come back and reach out to your crew.
That's right.
So, ladies I wanted that were painting that I ended up bumping into, they were Essa and Oni, and we formed a crew back then in '94. We were hanging out, I remember, in a parking lot. We were like, oh, we should have a ladies crew, we should have a crew, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, what are you gonna be? And so Oni, I think, mentioned ESP, which I thought were cool letters, because I wrote EFG.
And you're like, I'm halfway there.
And then like, I was like, all right, that sounds cool. So like, but like, we like came up with acronyms. So the acronym that became like, it was like Earth Squad Productions. So that was like off like everything that was bumping at the time, you know.
Before everyone started saying squad all weird.
Yeah, no, not that at all. It's different. This is like
Of course.
Earth Squad, like Earth Squad Productions, like squatted up for, yeah, not like squad.
Right. I was being silly.
Okay. Yeah, so, you know, so for the gods and the earth, so you're the earth, you know, like on some like Wu-Tang 5%, like whatever,
Right.
like, okay,
Percents and
influence.
shit. Yeah, I got you.
So then like, yeah, so then we started painting. So like Hash Group kind of like went everywhere. Like people moved over here, moved over there. And then like Essa moved to New York. No, Oni moved to New York. Oh, Oni 29, she's Chi-Town. And then Essa moved to Oakland. And so I would go visit them and paint with them there. And like, so that became Eastern Central with the S and Pacific, and Eastern Central Pacific for us. And then,
I see what you did.
yeah, whatever. But anyway, Earth Squad Productions, we're still together, although I think Essa's got her little sleeper cell gallery going on right now, so.
Go invade.
You know, yeah, which is cool. So, painting with them, they moved away. I was kind of here by myself, being lonely, still catching tags, and then like I would always still go to events and shit, and of course like Uncle Heckle took me under his wing, and like
Uncle Heckle.
yeah, and then like yeah, just shit happened. I remember he asked me to be down with X-Men, but then like I don't know, like I think I was just at a time where I had a baby in each hand. I was like, sure, like yeah, I'm down. Like,
I guess.
Like, you know.
What's probation like?
Yeah, like no, like whatever, like, you know. So anyway,
Stop touching the blacks. Stop touching the blacks. She's holding one up here. She's holding the armor one. Stop touching the
Here,
blacks.
shake this.
yeah.
You can't fuck with a dude with blacks, okay?
So anyway, so yeah, so the fact that Hash Crew shared a lot of X-Men members, or were in Hash Crew or whatever, so that was family. Jay Freff is family. You know, a lot of family here in the city.
Wow.
You know, but so yeah, so then I started painting with the X-Men, the Mighty X-Men, which of course are all like beautiful, beloved legacy of Chicago, I feel. That's where my heart is, and then it just branches out from there. And yeah, and so then
Oh, this is
I have a
done.
professional life. Sorry, no. Well,
She's professional now.
Well, I do. I'm excited that the weed will be back in the gardens legally. I think that's all we need. We just need it in our garden. We need to grow our own shit. gangster up, grow your own food.
Yeah, learn how to be self-sufficient for everything.
Yeah.
You know? Learn how to hunt, defend yourself, grow.
Just imagine if like we all just ate each other's food that like you grew. We had to live off that.
Yeah.
And then the recipes we would make and how much more we would know each other because we would have food
right.
for each other. Like how much of a relationship and then a
We're
relationship
gonna need
with
some
the
of
earth.
Stef's mangoes for that, bro. I mean, it depends though, cause like if Ty has like, you know, that weird ass jackfruit shit, I'm down. You talk about it like that, you know. You put a face to the product. I feel you.
Right.
Just face and a name.
Well, you know, it's like we're not like we don't have a relationship with how we knew, like, you know, what do you call it? Nutritionalize our body, or what do you call it? I know I'm not saying it right.
Close.
Making up words.
You can make up your fucking word. We're talking with people who do graffiti. Some of these names are not really even names or words.
Yeah. So then, what else? Oh, and then of course I want to travel. So yeah, I want to paint everywhere. I love the graffiti worldwide community. Are we taping or am I taping?
Hell yeah, we're taping. Yeah. Do that shit.
So yeah,
Sorry about that,
there's a beautiful worldwide graph community out there, and anyone who's real, you'll connect with on the bio you're supposed to connect with, and just go out there and travel, put your name up, you know.
Yo, on the real, just
find the familiar things you love on your path and expand your path.
You can literally do a spraycation just by being like, yo, I write too. And someone's gonna be like, oh, word, come hang over here. I got a couch for you. We're gonna go paint in a couple hours, so if you're okay with that. Wake up, eat food from wherever you are, go to sleep, wake up, paint, do it again.
And again.
Yeah, I like doing touristy shit.
Yeah,
too,
I mean, you can make time for touristy shit. You
like
can,
definitely whatever beach.
Right. You gotta hit the beach there. You gotta find the like, what do y'all eat here? But I mean, if you paint, it doesn't hurt.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite spot that you visited?
I haven't been that much places. I go all around the U.S. as much as possible. I've never been up to Oregon and shit. I want to go up there. Oregon and Seattle. Oregon. I don't know. I think I do.
Seattle.
I want to go camping up there.
Go camping, yeah. Get your ramp on.
So, but I've only been to London and Spain. I'm not like a big writer, but London is cool. I mean, it's just so cool to see like your parallel universe on the other side of the ocean.
Yeah.
How's the graph over there?
Oh, London has nice funk. They got a lot of funk out there I think London was pretty up to par with New York. They were like, I almost think like Graph pinged over there real quick too, like simultaneously where it was hitting Chicago. Well, LA brought their own little spunk too, but I think Chicago Graph, out of all respects, along with obviously LA Redders, but I think Chicago influenced Bay Area Graph, I feel.
I've heard that before.
I feel like a lot of style got planted there, like with some Chicago seeds, like Orgo and like other.
Yeah, a lot
was out there.
A lot of Chicagoans in the like 80s and shit just dipped to the Bay or dipped to Cali in general.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
A lot of Cali.
Yeah.
Like expatriate.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of expatriate, shout out to Nike. CMW.
CMW.
Yeah.
W.
That's family too. And what else? Yeah, so travel. I really like going I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to Guanajuato.
Guanajuato?
Yeah, Leon, Guanajuato.
All the G's
I
all
love Mexico. I love it very much. Yes, it's just a beautiful place, so chill. Mexico, bomb ass place to visit.
Get you.
And Puerto Rico's dope too. I've been there. I've never been to Jamaica. I want to go there. I want to go any island. I want to go.
Jamaica's fun.
Any place.
The
So,
island.
I think when you travel, just arm yourself with good vibes, man. You just be happy and know that you deserve to be in safe, creative, loving, healthy, cosmic environment, all want to travel.
Oh yeah.
And that's how, you know,
It's the key to
galaxy
life.
traveling, yeah. Even when you just travel your own hood too. You
Word
know,
up.
you need to bring up vibes like where we're at and be content.
Yo, so it's Mexico 5 time. I'm about to ask you 5 random questions. You answer to the best of your ability. And here it goes. Montana or Iron Lake?
Montana.
Gold ink or silver ink?
Silver.
Fill or burner?
Phil. Sorry, I will practice my burners. I keep practicing.
Stop it.
But you know, I get into piecing. Like I have a piecing run, but I just always return to the simple forms of life.
True.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
All right.
You know,
What was that?
call it sacred science.
Sacred
Shit
science.
down.
Y'all write that shit down? We might quiz you, motherfuckers.
All right, so
Scribe or etch?
etch.
You gonna do that?
Yeah.
Mexico bonus?
Mexico bonus?
Whatever, bring it.
One more.
I need like a buzzer. We need music, like 21 questions or whatever. I can't sing, so.
Don't worry, we don't sing here. We just write on shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Last question.
Background beat. What the?
Tequila or, Patron or Hennessy?
Patron.
Patron.
Damn.
And there you have it. That's been the Mexico 5 random questions.
No, not Patron. I like mezcal better. Mezcal.
Ooh.
Mezcal.
Real shit.
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
That dog shit.
It's just tasty.
That's it. Tobacco.
Mm. Anyway, yeah. So.
So,
Okay, got it.
tell us your positives. What do you like? What's going on in Chicago?
What's going on in Chicago is that there is a beautiful gallery space that my colleague is managing and owns, and it's at 4200 West Diversey, and it's called Ari's Art Space, and it's the bomb ass art spot. And so we just had a pretty nice show there this summer. The New York versus Chicago was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone who came through and enjoyed it and participated in. Big up to Severe and Ish and all the visitors. Knox came through.
Knox came through.
And Scheme and T-Kid and Prime and
Where y'all dig them motherfuckers up from?
I don't know, they just came out, you know, like
They were just down.
well, I think some have family here, and you know, there's good ties with Chicago. Like they feel the heat. They definitely felt a little heat that week. So no.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really fun. I think our wall though was really beautiful. I think they did a beautiful job as well, but you know,
Just saying.
just you know.
Just saying.
I wonder if they got their ribbons yet, their red ribbons.
No.
So, but anyway, so that was fun. What else? There's a lot of fun shit this summer. Oh,
yeah.
Splash, my girl Belle. Yes, I will give Belle mad love out here. She's like one of my favorite writers and lady writer.
Well, while we're on that, just rattle off some awesome women we should know about.
Oh man, any woman that writes is awesome.
Well, besides the obvious, come on, who's awesome as hell right now?
Who do you like? Who's who should
Man, I
people
fuck
look out
with
for?
everybody. I fuck with anyone who fucks with me, like on some good shit. So, let's see. I don't know, like everybody's dope. let's see. I fucks with Herbal, and you know, that's my ex-twin sister. And then Orchid. And
Hey girl.
yeah.
What up, dude?
My nigga.
Who else? Yeah, there's so many lady writers. Bina and Shan and
Motherfucking Shan.
Tova and
Tova. What up, Tova?
all the young lady writers. The BWA, what's up? What, y'all just stop painting? Like, the fuck?
What the fuck?
Whack.
I'm gonna tell you, ladies. Like,
Whack.
you know,
Get on it.
like all this little beefy shit or whatever. I don't know. What happened?
What
I
happened?
was getting very excited. So, but I love all the ladies, BWA ladies, that should be coming back anytime soon.
All the ladies she mentioned, hit us up. Look, be on the show. Hang out with us too.
Because if I hit you up, it just
Whatever.
seems weird at first, but I'll hit you up.
Whatever.
No.
If you want to be on the show.
It's up to
Ladies,
you.
Make your own show.
Make your own show. Wait, what?
Or whatever, you know. Just, you know, I'm just saying.
Alright, well, since we on that subject already, what shit you seeing around right now that needs to fucking stop?
Fucking.
She's like boiling it up.
The just fucking gentrification, fucking, like, it's our, like, stop it. Like, it's recolonizing every little fucking inch, like, over and over. Like, maybe it'll just self-implode or something. That's probably what's gonna happen. So, but, like, I
like
mix, like,
spontaneous
culture.
combustion.
Like,
Remember that shit in the
yeah.
90s?
Yeah. Like,
Nobody spontaneously combusts anymore, and I'm kind of sad about it.
I know, right? So, like, that's kind of bogus. Like, shit, like, cultural. And, you know, like, even having, like, cultural venues with, like, music, we pay a little money, you go see music, that's a layer of gentrification. Like, stop there.
Mhm.
Like, that's decent. Like, you have some place where you can go see a good show. Like, I don't mind that layer to a point. Like, you know. But, like, when culture starts disappearing and then, like, not even a locally owned store, just, like, these whack-ass chains, like, that's whack. It's whack. So,
Whack. There are a lot of chains right now. Shit, you're like, man, that was pretty cool. Why did it seem so good? You look into it and you're like, it's a fucking chain from Nebraska.
yeah, well, like, yeah.
Like I've been eating some places where I'm like, this is suspectly good.
I like,
And I look
there's
into it.
a
I'm like,
coffee chain that got here, I think from Ohio, and they're like the like hipster champion spot, but fucking they got good coffee though.
I mean, when it's like that
I-
local, that's fine.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I
But,
mean,
like,
they cool. They look like, I don't know. They need to hire more local writers, I guess. Maybe I'll take on that advice a little bit.
I got an idea how we can change that. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
But yeah, and then
What else?
oh yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like I don't watch the news because I don't like none of that shit. I'm tired of hearing there's certain perspectives that I just can't. I'm not interested in anymore at all. There's certain narratives that are just dead, and that's why this shit is fresh. And like, so I don't listen to the news. I might hear a little bit of news on the radio every now and then. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And that's about it.
So
If I went slow about it.
talk to us about Iraq.
Oh, dang.
I want to know
Yeah.
shit that I missed about that guy.
Man.
That a lot of people missed. Like I knew a lot about him, but I feel like you probably know him hella better than me.
Man, that was my buddy, man.
That's what I'm
He was my
saying.
bombing buddy, man. And he was mad cool and just a ball of light, beautiful
Mhm.
light that had a lot of illness and a lot of trauma. Like, like if y'all have anyone going through addiction and a little like mental illness, a little bit going in and out of it, kind of like, or any shit like that, please take your loved one to do natural, like ayahuasca or boga, some natural medicine, and fucking get on some nutritious shit and, you know, heal yourself, man. That's
Help a
all.
motherfucker
Like,
out, that's all you
there's a lot of things I feel like I could have done, of course, because I'm pissed at him because he died too young.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still angry, and I still feel like he's still hovering a little bit.
The motherfucker's still here.
Right? Don't you see him?
I see him every time.
I saw him at the Popeyes on Damon and Fullerton, like about, I want to say two and a half months ago, and like the universe was daring me to go up to the person, like shake them so that I look and then it doesn't look like them or some shit. I really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But like,
That's crazy.
yeah. Rest in peace, IROC, and thank you for all your life and light that you gave us, and fun writing and bombing, and just original Chicago flavor. And shout out to my crew. Thank you for having me on the show, Tamper and Mexico, and
Cruise you repping.
oh.
I mean, they might not know.
Mighty X-Men.
I mean,
yeah, and then Hash Crew, Chaos, Earth Squad. But the all my X-Men homies out there doing it. Keep building and expanding. We got. Did I already mention people before?
Not really. You kind of touched, but you can
Then
go
I
off
do a
of that.
shout out to Rojo and.
Yeah, you were Rojo and Matter, but yeah.
And then shout out to Grind Time and everyone, all the kings in the crew, and
You monsters, you know who you are.
and who else? Yeah, that's all. I can't think now. I'm tired.
Any advice you can give to little homies that want to start painting,
Oh, to shorties, yeah, I teach graffiti art class. You can take my art class, and you can just always practice your letters. Sketch every day if you can. I'm telling myself to do that. Everyone's got to sketch every day. Keep your book up. Make your mark. Get out there and write your name. Show us where you're at. I'm really wanting to just chill and not do all the group shows and just work on my own canvas stuff at home and really get into my studio work this winter with a nice cup of ginger tea and some sativa.
Sativa.
Yeah, chill out, water some plants and paint. So yeah, that's what I really want to do, and just have the occasional blast of Arctic air, bombing season,
So shit.
sweats,
Chicago winter.
sweat
Some
out.
good Chicago winters.
When it's 10 degrees outside, you're covered in sweat. Yeah.
Negative 40 degrees.
Not inside either. You're outside.
Negative 40. There's no
that's
wind.
That bombing.
That's
Yes.
adrenaline.
It's drier than my humor tonight.
Yeah.
So where can we find you when you decide to bust out and give them what you got?
Oh, well, I have a handle, Stef Skills, IG, and other places. And those 2 shows coming up with Chirac on November 2nd. It's somewhere on Elston and Street, and the Chingonas on
Elson and Street.
Right around that place over there.
If you don't know nobody, you're just not gonna know shit.
Add us on Instagram. We'll post it up. We'll post
Yeah,
the
of course. Windy City 101.
Windy 101.
Windy 101.
Oh, Windy 101. Windy 101.
The city is more windy, but
Yeah.
It's all good.
Wrapping it
It's all
up.
love. You know what it
Peace,
is.
X-Men.
So it's been a great show. My name is Mexico.
My name's Al Tamper.
It's been Windy 101 and the beautiful Stef
Thank
X-Men
you.
group.
Shout out to my homies in Guanajuato and Pratt and everyone else too.
Yeah.
My name is Stef G, in the place to be, rocking with the THC and the ESP. I'm known to write my name every now and again, and when I do, I'm repping X-Men. And I want to give a big shout out to Wendy 101 for having me tonight. Please check out all the episodes of Chicago bio, art, history, future, art present, grapharama, hip hop, Oromoskis.
Killing your feelings with skillings, grilling the millions. Idiots really missing his son and the men they minions. These silly kiddies plead the fittest with that lip they flapping. Trust we checking shits because Telly said slap the shit out of them. Up in your crib like it's Penaz, I put my feet up. Right after your party where your crew just watch you get stuck up. That shit was only practice, we still call that up and coming. All we do is show up. Motherfuckers start running, all we do is show up.